is that death comes to a graveyard and calls skeletons to dance. And the composer uses xylophones to mimic the sound of bones. So that's really, just if you're not familiar with the piece, please do listen to it, because it really is incredible. So this is, Daisy has just found out that her dad is sick, and she's not telling anyone about it. Dance Macabre, the dance of the dead. You didn't miss much. Flora is speaking about choir. Why was it that your mam wanted you home? Flora calls her mother Ma, and my mother Mam. My brothers came home. Oh, that's nice. Flora says in a way that implies, as an only child, she doesn't fully understand the dynamics that can emerge when older siblings return home. I don't say anything to confirm whether or not it was nice. Since it's the last day before midterm, Ms. Willis is speaking, I thought we'd take a break from Bach, but I don't want you to think that today is a complete DOS. I thought we should listen to some of my favourite pieces and get inspired for all the practice you will be doing. As she turns her back, I catch Flora's eye, expecting to see her eyes waiting for mine to share a role in the idea that any of us would want to hear her favourite pieces. But Flora is leaning over, her chin in her hands, waiting for what we are about to hear. This is because it's about to be Halloween. When I hear the first clash of violins, I know the piece straight away. Over the music, Miss Willis is excited in the same way I used to get excited when I heard a piece of music I connected with. This was composed in 1874. The Dance Macabre is supposed to demonstrate to the audience the idea of death being called, the idea of the dead being called to attention by death himself, to come alive and dance in the graveyard. Try to think about all the different lines, the genius of his instrument choice and his use of rhythm. I can only think about treatment plans, cancer names, chemotherapy, side effects, radiation side effects, surgery plans, how cancer progresses, how cancer spreads, survival rates. Miss Willis stops talking and turns up the volume. I close my eyes and I try not to think about Google searches. I try not to think about skeletons dancing on gravestones.
Brilliant. That deserves